I can't really think of a funny intro, so I'm just gonna go. What's up, Nats? Today we're gonna be taking a look at the SHF Bunred from Bakuage Sentai Boonboomger. There he is. But before we do that, let's take a look at the box. It's a very thin, very tall, very slim SHF box because he doesn't have much to offer. But as a figure, he's great. You'll see soon. But yeah, he's very light on accessories, so small box.
What's cooking, good looking?
Bunred's design is one that you either love or hate, and the main reason is because of that big-ass tire red on his face. I love it personally. I think it's so bold, and it works really fucking well. The rest of the figure is very clean looking, though. You get this very nice uniform. I like the asymmetry on him, you know, the red arm, the gray arm, the white in the middle. It works, and this curves kind of through it. Kind of like, you know, he's racing through. Whoa. Out of all the car-themed Sentai, this is definitely my favorite, both as a show and as an actual, like, character design. And I'm so glad SHF did a very, very good job capturing this figure spirit. You see 2 tires on his back, and there are 2 more on his ankle on those really, really nice shoes that kind of remind me of SHF Denji shoes. There is actually an extra bit of armor on his shins, which look pretty damn cool, and they have a little bit of a gloss to them compared to the rest of the figures, so it works. There is his Boon Changer, very cool. It kind of reminds me of a Yokai watch. God, that's a throwback. The belt is very simply done, but it works well. It looks like a seatbelt because, you know, he's a car. But I do want to cover that he does have the very kissable Sentai trademark lips. Comment down below, what do you guys feel about lips on Sentai helmets?
Let's see what you're packing, pal.
Bunred's accessory count is, you know, it's the typical SHF offering. Pretty much just gives you the bare minimum plus a little extras. He has 4 symmetrical pairs of hands, so he gets fists, gripping hands, kind of loose, and then these like action claw hands. But then the red glove gets a really, really charming thumbs up. I love this. This is really, really funny, and it's part of the show. And then this hand has a hole in it, so you can put the Boon Changer inside. Hold on. This piece is really tiny. I don't know if I can put it in. There you go. And that's super cool. I love this. It confines very well to the hand, and the peg is very tight, so it's not falling out anytime soon. And his weapons are the Boom Boom handle. That's it. There you go. You get the Boom Boom handle, because these things are actually part of it, where you just peg it in, so you can have it in the gun mode. This is the gun. He will hold it. His hand will be right here. It's a steering wheel, obviously, right? Car. And then this can turn into a sword, because, you know, all Sentai heroes use swords and guns, right? There you go. So you get a little blade. I love the detailing that it looks like there's a hinge there, so it does look like it is closing in on itself. Is that realistic? No, because look at how short it is. Where the hell does that metal come from? But it looks sick, and I bet it was fun to use. The detailing is very cool. You have the rivets done really, or like the little bumps done here. There's paint, or not paint, I guess it's like printing, I don't know, printing there. And then the blue chrome is beautifully done. It's SHF, man. What do you expect? You can also, because of, you know, when he's transforming the mecha, you can put the changer in the handle, and there you go. You can put the changer in the handle, and, you know, that's when he's driving the mecha around and they're fighting big guys. And I like this. This is a very cool feature. It's a very well done, well executed accessory. And overall, there's not a single accessory here that I'd be like, oh, you know, I wish they added this and that. Yeah, obviously, I'd always appreciate more. But for what we get, it's not bad.
You really ought to loosen up.
This uses somewhat the idea of like the Senkocho Seiho mentality, where the shoulders have these really nice, you know, smooth shoulder joints that they work. You know, you get the range you'd need out of them. but they do kind of, you know, you got to mess around with them. I feel like with a lot of figures, people will be like, oh, it looks ugly in a pose. Well, yeah, because you just kind of half-assed it and left that thing there. You can kind of, you know, orient it in a way that looks better. And then, boom, look at that. There you go. So yeah, shoulders got all the range you'd want. There is a bicep swivel, which I will say this figure is squeaky. Feels like a Mafex, except I don't fear it breaking because Tamashii Nations actually uses, I'd say, pretty sturdy plastic. Other than that, bicep swivel, the elbow bends pretty good. There is the hinge and then swivel and then a swivel at the ball. So it's a hinge swivel system. I think that works fine. You know, it's SHF. You're not really going to go wrong with that. I will complain about the crunch at the body because it's just non-existent. There's not much there. It sucks. There is also a little bit of rotation. It kind of just for tilt. There is a very, very squeaky swivel at the belly, which is terrifying. That I will be scared of. The ball joint at the head. There's two actually, so it serves double work. There you go. Decent range. And he can't really bury his chin that much. It's a little hindered at the body. I'd say the body is probably the most hindered part. He does have really expressive tilt and width of design like this. You want expressiveness in these Sentai helmets because these actors are playing characters without removing the helmets and still giving them that charm. It's why I like Sentai so much, and most tokusatsu in general. It's the fact that you get so much charm out of characters that really shouldn't be able to do this, because this is a stationary face. Yet, if you pose him like this, he's like, oh, what the hell? But yeah, so he can kick forward that far, goes out, he can do the splits, you know, there's a swivel at the thigh. I will say, this thigh swivel is squeaky tight, and this one's like, it feels like a normal thigh swivel, so be careful with yours. QC is always going to be hit or miss with every toy. The double knee joint at the knee is huh? Okay, that's yeah, it's good. The foot has a swivel, and the tires are loose, so it'll follow it, but sometimes you gotta adjust it because it'll look like that, so you gotta like fix it. Pretty good swivel. The ankles are crazy good. That's not bad at all. The foot kicks up that far, kicks down that far, and this has some of the best toe articulation ever because it's one of those toes that doesn't look ugly when you fold them. This has the same engineering as Denji's shoes, where it's like if you have a puffy shoe, the toe joint should be built into it and not near the edge. A lot of figures do the mistake where you get a toe and it does that. Yeah, I do prefer when the toe joints are more integrated and they work like that, because then you get a nice stable, well, this is probably a very unstable pose considering he's not leaning or anything, but you get a stable base. Oh shit, never mind. You get a nice stable base that can work with you. Overall, Bunred here is a really charming SHF, and honestly, there's not much more I could ask from it. The articulation is a little limited in the body and the neck, but the rest is really nice. And what the fuck? A jacket. It's his champion jacket. Bunred, this is not included. This was a separate purchase on a website called Tokuleptables. Not sponsored. It's $38, so it's a little pricey, but it is such a nice little accessory. And basically, you know how like most Sentais, they have like a power-up, and they get armor? This is his power-up. He puts on a jacket, and it is a very nice jacket. Like, the detail and craftsmanship on this jacket is crazy. He's a little patch there. The pocket, my bad, I said patch. The pocket there, 2 patches. You got a bunch of different logos and stuff, all related to his show, of course. He's got a little pocket for stuff that's so well done. The inside is a different color from the outside. It's very very well made. And this part I love. The back of the jacket has all of the members of the Boonboomgers. It's so good. The set also includes 2 stickers that can stick onto his boom changer, so you can have a different look for it. Very nice. But let's get the jacket on. The jacket on is not the most expensive. Should be like the jacket. A little bit of how smart is this? It's a little scary. Just nice. Also, here. You're just lifting on through. That's easy. Here, so taking off is easier too. You have to thread the one out. This one. What do I do for you guys? Once you have the jacket on and he's all antiquated, it looks so damn nice on this guy. Like, I was not complaining about him aesthetically before, but this does it so much better, man. It is one of the simplest additions, just a jacket, but the amount of craftsmanship and complex little details make it so much better. I mean, having the whole thread through the watch, it's amazing. I will say, this jacket, it does, does hinder articulation a little bit, but if you're creative, that shouldn't really matter. I will say, be warned when you're putting this on, taking it off, be sure to mind for that hole. There's already some rogue threads on my copy with, with how many times I removed and put it on, just for photography and reviews and just showing it to other people. So be wary of that when you're putting and taking the jacket on and off. But yeah, Bunred SHF. I love this thing. I loved it before the jacket, and I especially love it now. It is phenomenal. So that's about it. If you liked the video, make sure to give it a like. Comment down below what your favorite Sentai is. Just let me know what you think of the new style. Should I keep it? Should I go back to the older one? Do you like the transitions? I'm still working this stuff out. I'm just thinking, new year, new aesthetics. Yeah. Anyways, so yeah, make sure to like, comment, subscribe if you're new. And as always,
I've never felt like so miserable. I've never felt like thinking this will last forever. Better stay with me.